We live, we live, we live. Welcome to the campaign trail. Peace. Tuesday, September 24th. We up in this piece. I see Third Eye TV. Salute. Lee Banks. What up? What up? Salute. Let's get to it, shall we? Man. Y'all see the title? Well, my man, Diddy, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy. Excuse me, I had to switch this little seat. This seat ain't really cooperating. Will P. Diddy ever even make it to court to testify? So much going on with this little situation right now. It's all kind of varying different reports. Mr. Fuentes, 323, peace, salute. George Allen, peace. Walaikum salam. Chris Swanson, salute. We live, we in this thing live. So what's the first thing that I saw? Let me scroll and find his first order of business. And, dealing with Diddy situation, a whole lot of mess, whole lot of opinions, a whole lot of silence, a whole lot of opinions by people that wasn't around him, and a whole lot of silence by people that was. So that speaks volumes. Ghost Rider, aka or AK-47, they're giving us another Epstein, just a dang movie script. Elmatic with the wrench. Walaikum salam. Peace to the chat. Hit the like button, subscribe, all that good YouTube algorithm stuff that they say that we supposed to do. Cote. Peace, Cote. So yeah, let me look at this. Let me find this. So this is something I, came across. Just going to do a quick timeline of stuff that's going on. Man. Sean Diddy Combs files a lawsuit against Diageo or whatever in May. The timeline is he filed the lawsuit in May 2023. Last year in May is when he filed. So apparently something was going on for a year or two or maybe 3 prior to that, because it says he claims that the company treated his liquor brand as inferior and limited their distribution to urban, quote unquote, urban neighborhoods, I guess ghettos, black neighborhoods. So if he filed the lawsuit in 2023, in May 2023, then he must have been dealing with, I guess, maybe a couple of years worth of feeling like the company treated his liquor brands as inferior and restricted them on limited their distribution to urban neighborhoods. So Puff, who is black, also accused them of racism and said that the company leadership told him that his race was a reason for the limited distribution. Combs withdrew the lawsuit and settled with Diageo in January the next year in 2024. So with that as a backdrop, May 2023, if he filed in May 2023, so he must have been feeling for maybe a couple of years that they was tripping on him for some reason. And if you know what I posted up yesterday or earlier, the reminder of what did I post? Him, Puffy, airing Minister Farrakhan's July 4th, 2020 live message called The Criterion on his Revolt channel, his Revolt TV station. That happened in 2020, right? And you saw all the backlash that I posted with the various, Jewish groups and organizations that was outraged and lighting him up and whatnot. So that happened in the middle of 2020, in the summer of 2020, July 4th. So maybe they felt a certain kind of way and they started pulling back on their support for any of his products. So by the time May 2023 came, he had been allegedly getting handled such limited type way with the distribution that he filed a lawsuit against this particular liquor company that he was in business with, a partner with, in 2023. So 2020 is when he aired Minister Farrakhan's address, where Minister Farrakhan, that was one of the most, if not the most controversial in our time address or message, especially streamed live on a black radio, a black television station, pardon me, where he defied the whole government, talking about Minister Farrakhan, and warned us all in America, black people in America first, and black people in Africa and people around the world, warned us all to not take the Fauci juice. Remember that? It hadn't came out yet. They was about to, roll it out. And Joe Biden was, I guess, maybe just got elected, and he was about to take office or something, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And he was pressing to get 100 million of those into American arms in the first 100 days of his presidency. He was pushing for 100 million in the first 100 days, but Minister Farrakhan was able to get his message out by way of Revolt TV to all of us, those, that was going to heed his warnings or instructions, whether we did or not. But he was able to get that message out. And we saw the response. We saw the backlash and the outrage and the accusations of Diddy and being anti this and being this for hosting Minister Farrakhan and blah, blah, blah. So from 2020, July, up until May 2023, apparently Diddy was having problems with whoever he was in business with, right? So as a backdrop, we get to, let me see. Yeah, there we go. We get to 2024. This says January 16th, 2024, in the upper right-hand corner. January 16th, 2024. Diddy settles racism lawsuit against Diageo, or however you pronounce that, over his tequila partnership. The deal will end a case in which the rapper claimed that the liquor maker typecast his De Leon tequila brand and treated it poorly because he is black. He settles this lawsuit. He files it in May 2023 and settles it apparently in January 2024. So I don't know what he settled it for, how much he settled it for. Maybe he did, win that lawsuit. Maybe he didn't. I'm not sure. Some of y'all might know that in the chat. But so from the 2020 Farrakhan thing to however they felt about it, maybe, and whatever they might have pulled back and not supported, whatever deal they had for the next 2 or 3 years, two years and some change, to where May 2023 he filed the suit, and then the very next year, maybe it was some merit. Now who knows? I don't know. So I'm just trying to give you a timeline of what happened to right now in 2024 or early this year, whenever the whole Cassie thing dropped, all that Cassie stuff. Maybe y'all know, because I don't really be following it like this, but just on my common sense, my regular mathematical brain timeline, chronological order. I'm sure y'all can put it together way better than I can. When the Cassie thing happened and how close to him filing the lawsuit to where the Cassie thing came out, what I'm saying? Was that their way of responding or retaliating to his lawsuit? So y'all can do the math or the timelines on that, but that opened the door, that opens Pandora's box. So the Cassie thing, opened Pandora's box for all of this to where we are today, which leads to the title, will Diddy ever even make it to court to testify? If he has the tapes and the video recordings of whoever he alleged or they fear that he might, do he still have the tapes? Did he make some copies and have them put away or spread out or dispersed through different places in the world, or what's going on with that. And now, once he gets picked up, and he's in their custody. Now they saying this when he first gets there. They said he was, but I can't say it out loud. And TMZ reports Diddy is saying, "No, I'm not self-deletional, but they put me on this watch," right? And it said at the bottom, he was placed on such watch at the MDC in New York, but he's not such and such, at least according to his lawyer. So, they claim that that's standard procedure for high-profile people, allegedly. But if they said that's what it was, and then this article had to come after that, the next day, a day later, I'm sure, a couple of days later. So he's saying, "No, I'm not." But what are they trying to set the stage for? What are they trying to set the stage for? And then today, I didn't play the video. I'm just hitting you with screenshots that y'all can go check yourself. Today, this guy right here, I forgot his name. It's like a Jewish name, something Levine, dude that was a federal inmate at many federal prisons. And he said he got some inside sources from people at MDC that was saying, y'all heard about it by now, that Diddy allegedly has stopped eating or is scared to eat any of the food in jail because, according to him, he's scared that they will poison him. So he had his religious advisor or religious whoever clergy person come in to see him, and they're claiming now that he only can eat kosher, like the Jewish dietary foods, kosher meals. He can only eat kosher meals. So that's clearly, like, if that's true, he clearly ain't on no self-deletion watch. If he on a hunger strike, or he, not eating because he's scared that, they're going to put something, it's not funny. I'm not laughing at it. But if he's scared that somebody's going to put something in his food, like they allege he had put, or he was putting in other people's food or drinks. But my point, though, is once they got you in their custody like that, the Epstein play or the Sandra Bland play, rest in peace, may Allah be pleased with Sandra Bland. How many of us actually believe that she deleted herself? Did she look like she had any type of spirit or mentality or, depression, like she wanted to delete herself over a traffic stop? Sandra Bland, but that's what happened to her. And on that note, just segueing real quick, I wanted to give a moment of silence and condolences, and may Allah be pleased to the brother that they just executed, the state of Missouri, brother Marcelus Williams, who was an imam, and you see the headlines. I'm not going to really go into that, but prayers go out to his family, his friends, loved ones. I don't know the case, but just the fact, what I read about it and the insufficient evidence and all of that, it just reminds me why I do what I do and why we at war, and we can't never act like this is some post-racial, integrated, cool society where we can get along together in peace, because we see what that is. So rest in peace. May Allah be pleased with the brother, and with all our brothers and sisters that have been, taken down and taken out by the wickedness and the corruption of these oppressors. And it was his last, I believe, words 2 days ago, his last statement. I would like to submit the following as my last statement. All praise be to Allah in every situation, with 3 exclamation marks. And this was September 21st. So that was 3 days ago. So I concur with that, and I agree with that statement before, during, and after. So may Allah be pleased with the brother, and may Allah grant us the victory over the accursed shaitan, and bless me and bless us to help him to remove them totally from existence. But yeah, back to the Diddy situation. That's kind of what I wanted to put out there and then get y'all's thoughts. So I'm gonna get this link, open up the chat. Do y'all think that it's an Epstein setup? And personally, I'm gonna keep saying this every chance I get. I absolutely do not believe, and have not believed, and will not believe that Jeff Epstein is deceased. I think all my senses, all my intelligence tells me that Jeff Epstein is very much alive, and he has a BBL face. He has a plastic surgery, whatever they do, that face off stuff, where they change the way you look. And he's living out the rest of his life with the people that he was doing his thing with or whatever anyway. I absolutely do not believe that Jeff Epstein is deceased. So we all saw the glitch, the anomaly. All of a sudden, the camera wasn't working for a few minutes or a few hours or whatever, where he allegedly, took himself out. You know what I'm saying? Never seen no funeral, never seen no more talk on it, no more reports on it. I absolutely do not believe that Satan is deceased. But they will do that to us. They will do that to us. But I don't believe they're gonna do that to their own. But there's the StreamYard link, Digital Soapbox Network. Hit the like button, subscribe to Digital Soapbox Network, Digital Soapbox Media, the YouTube page. Subscribe to my West Coast Cam channel, YouTube page. Yep. Sean Cooper said my neighbors looked at me crazy. Looked at me like I was crazy when I told them that Epstein is still alive. Yeah. Epstein is, in my opinion, my humble opinion, Epstein is very much alive. I am Case. I think he will make it to trial, but I'm not 100% sure. I think if he makes it to trial, they would have broken him already. They would either have broken him mentally with some type of substance, that have him on some MK Ultra, to have him on some zombie mode, or they would have broke him, his spirit, with certain threats to his family and stuff like that. Because once you break your oath to them, once you bite that particular Satan or beast, that level of beast hand that has been feeding you, once you bite that hand, they absolutely got to make an example of it. There's no passes. Satan don't give no passes on that level. No passes whatsoever. So Coco Motai, exactly. It's too convenient to say the cameras were out. He has to be still alive. That's what I think. Lee Banks, Cam, did you see the video of a Black Excellence Billionaires Party? Jay-Z and all the top black money makers was there, and Puff gave a toast basically saying we own and things are going to change. Yeah, I remember that. Yep. Yeah, I didn't, I think they claim either that he was cremated or they claim that he had some small private location, private funeral, something that just threw everybody off. How somebody that big, and you ain't heard nothing else about the list. You ain't have no further follow-up charges or no investigation on everybody on that list. as gruesome as those allegations and them crimes are regarding children, regarding deletions, regarding, all manner of bestiality, you ain't had no more follow-up. Now Diddy is all of a sudden, the worst thing that ever hit North America. So we ain't heard none of it. We saw the list. We saw some of the names that was on that list. The princes and the kings and the presidents and the top CEOs and judges and celebrities. So we saw some of the names on that list. Why wasn't there no follow-up on that? But I bet you they follow all the way up on this Diddy thing. They're not gonna follow up on the list because they're not even gonna let you know the list. That's where they slipped up with Jeff Epstein, because we got our hands on the list. So we saw all of those names, but they don't even want you to get your hands on this Diddy list. They just gonna sanitize it and pick out the people that they want to show up in the public, on the list, or show the tapes or the audios or the pictures or the video. They're gonna show who they want you to see. They're not gonna show all of the ones that they really scared to see, scared that he got. Yep. I am Case. One thing about black men like Diddy need to understand is that money or not, he's still a ninja. And there are things that the Euros don't tolerate. And like you said, it's zero tolerance for something. Yeah, this is absolutely zero tolerance. Absolutely zero tolerance. Not only is it zero tolerance, but they have to make such shock waves of an example of him at this late stage in the war, in the game. This is bottom of the ninth, bases loaded, full count, and they down by 3. You know what I'm saying? They absolutely got to do him. They absolutely have to do him. So they got their brightest, most brilliant satanic scientific minds on this one, because they gotta keep us distracted while they busy, deleting people like brother Marcelus Williams. Like I said, may Allah be pleased, while they're busy bombing in Gaza and now in Russia. It's so much stuff about to turn all the way up. I don't know if y'all been following what's going on with Russia and NATO regarding the Ukraine, and it's up. And then Israel is officially fighting wars on 5 different fronts. Israel is fighting wars on 5 different fronts now, and making sure that America backs her up. So it's all bad. If y'all really knew what these distractions was covering up and distracting us from, man, you wouldn't even pay it no second thought attention to no Diddy business. But they know that we emotional, that they know the majority of us now, our voices are black women's voices. So anything that's outraged, that will outrage general black women population, or that would even outrage men that were raised by single black mothers, that we put their feelings and their emotions above logic and reason. That's what this is about. This is about putting the same lithium battery in our backs and getting us so emotionally riled up against whoever they want to target us or send us out against. First it was the orange man, you know what I'm saying? Now it's Diddy. Now tomorrow's going to be somebody else. It was R. Kelly. It was, whoever they want to, take down like they do so well, and we go right along with it. But I'm really digging, I'm really appreciating this Candace Owens versus Kamala Harris comparison. I'm really appreciating that.
And I'm really appreciating Janet Jackson. Salute Janet Jackson. Rest in peace, Tito Jackson. You know, condolences to the Jackson family, but I'm loving that Janet stood on her business. She said, I didn't know the old girl was supposed to be black. I didn't, I heard that she wasn't, whatever. And then her apologist, highly weird, I guess, former manager, tried to issue a public apology speaking for Janet. And when she heard about it the next day, like, I ain't say that. Matter of fact, he fired. He's fired, and I don't apologize. This is Janet Jackson. Salute to Janet Jackson. Like, these black women starting to grow bigger testicles than we got. And they standing on real business against the machine, against Satan's machine. Salute Janet Jackson. Then I guess I'm hearing, I ain't seen none of it, but I just be looking at the headlines. I don't watch none of it. I don't click on it, but I'm hearing or seeing that DL Hughley is trying to come for Janet Jackson because of that. Like, DL Hughley is, I guess, caping for Harris or something. So I just sit back, you know what I'm saying, let the clowns do what they do, let the clowns cancel each other out, whatever. But I'm riding with Candace Owens on the last couple of subjects. And the fact that anybody that's saying Candace Owens don't represent black people, but you talking about you voting for Harris, I dare you, I double, triple dog dare you to get on the live with me. You claim Candace Owens don't represent black people, but you voting for Kamala Harris. I dare you to get on the live with me right now. Here go the link. Here's the link. Cool lady, cool. What up with you, sister?
What's up?
What's up?
Long time no talk to on live.
Huh?
I said long time no talk to on live.
Yeah, I agree. What's your thoughts on this subject right here?
I think that they will kill Diddy if
let's try to use code language.
Though. Okay. I think they will delete Diddy if he continues to taunt them like he's been doing.
Taunt? Do you think he's able to taunt anybody now? Like, since they
he in a position now where he can't do all of that. So I kind of feel why he thinking what he's thinking because of Epstein. But personally, I don't believe Epstein dead. I believe Epstein right there at Epstein Island.
Or another island. I'm pretty sure they cleared that one out. But
people pulled up the Google map and looked at the island, and the island got movement on it.
No, I'm saying the island. I'm sure is still there. I'm talking about. I'm pretty sure they're not doing that no more on that island because it's too hot.
Yeah.
So they moved their operation somewhere else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At least that one, because it's global. It ain't just that location.
The crazy thing is they all got an island.
Yeah, I'm saying this is the global movement of the elite worldwide. So if it ain't an island, it's in the mainland somewhere. It might be whole states that get down like that.
Yep. So like, I think that's what he worried about. I think he know he did enough taunting, and that he could possibly, like Suge even said, his life in danger because he got too many people on video and he know a lot. And I mean,
you think he gonna make it to court or not?
Yep, I think he'll make it to court.
Think he'll make it to court?
Yep.
If he make it to court, what he gonna say? Is he gonna be?
I think he'll defend himself first. I think on the first day he would defend himself.
Like defend himself against the allegations?
Yeah.
So you don't think it's never gonna come to him turning over and giving up the names and the get downs of the people that he had on tape?
Only way he'll do that if they pin his arms behind his back.
I mean, that's what they got him for.
Yeah, meaning like they gotta be almost giving him life for him to give up somebody, and when he give up somebody, I don't think they gonna let it be one of theirs. You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
think he gonna have to pick out somebody that's just as big as he is, but not one of theirs.
right. Cole Godzilla,
Yo, what's up,
But
my man?
man, you got it, family. What's your thoughts on this?
Well, I'm gonna agree with you in this right here is that Sean Combs, and I had said this like 4 months ago when I
Mm-hmm.
read that civil suit against him. I
Mm-hmm.
said I'm not using no nicknames for him no more. Like
Right.
he's a grown man,
That's
right?
right.
Stand on being that, to your point, these folks raised by, unfortunately, whatever, they can't
Yeah.
help it, but raised by women, they want to use a nickname for a grown man. So ain't no
better get away from
what?
my table.
He's Sean
Go.
Combs.
You right. Matter of fact,
Come
you
on.
just checked me, and that's absolutely right. And I'm going to have to adopt that for myself. So thank you. That's why I take men to check men. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, I'm not problem, brother. And it's respectful, you know what I'm saying? 100%. The other part is that I think when you read the civil suit, what he's not important, but the damage that he's done to these young women is important because
Right.
instead of them running in, and I really mean this, instead of them running into a man that
Mm,
cared about them, instead of
mm,
running into a man that wanted to build with them, these young girls, a lot of them 18, 19, they ran into a 50-year-old monster. They
mm,
ran into someone that these devils done morphed into.
mm,
He's not resisting the
mm,
evil. He's
mm.
going into the evil.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's
Yeah.
how I look at it, is that if these young women had ran into that's really what they were. How can I say this? Is that one, they were young, but
Mm,
what we want for them is for them to run into a soldier, a man that
right.
cares about them and that will lift them and they lift each other up. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
So that's my one, right?
Mm.
About it. And I think he was just very, very arrogant and sloppy
I
because you
agree.
would like the thing that they found at his house. He should have, and once he knew they was investigating him, why didn't he
Mm.
get rid of it?
Yeah, I have to agree totally.
Move.
And I'm never trying to defend that. You know what I'm saying? My thing be
Of course.
more trying to like go at the people above him that enabled him, the ones that even turned him out or put him out there against our women like that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you know what? I think you're right that if they really, if he gets deleted, it's
Hmm.
because of he made it clear that, hey, these tapes are there. I'm holding on to them. I know
Mm,
people are investigating me. I'm sure above him they say, hey, you need to get rid of all that and you need to pay that girl
mm.
because that that
Is-
affidavit, that civil
Yeah,
suit, the complaint is basically a roadmap to,
to
oh, we
us.
going the Southern District of New York is coming after you, son.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's all I really wanted to say. And one, I respect you. I've been watching your watching your program for a minute now. I
Mm,
respect what you're doing. We got a difference on Candace Owens, but
yeah.
one day we can discuss that.
Yeah, and it ain't. I agree with you way more than I agree with Candace Owens. But if she's if she's the best we have on that level, then I got to find something that I can unite with her on against this big of an enemy.
I
On
agree
our
with
level
that.
between us, probably in 100, we probably in 99% agreement. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And can I just say one thing about that? Because I know we are in agreement on it, right? And the
Hmm.
only thing that I would say about it is that you, my brother, have an impact and an influence on a lot of people, right?
Mm,
So those people may not know what you know about
right,
her. So I
right.
think it's important that while you say, "Hey, she's with us on this right here,"
Mm,
but understand she's been a shield for
right.
them a willing shield for them for a long time. For those the uneducated that don't know that, because your voice carries weight, bro.
Right, absolutely. I'm gonna take that in consideration and include that with my disclaimers because we, especially as Muslims, we try to look past we try to ignore our past sins and faults, just like Malcolm or whatever. I don't want never call him Detroit Red and say he was a pimp and blah, what I'm saying, but he
I
was, right?
understand
So
that
saying once I
100%.
see them waking up a little bit, I try to focus on that, not meaning that there are our leaders. They're not our leaders. They're actually following us. But since they got the spotlight, we just highlight the part that we can highlight.
Absolutely. But let me say this. So Malcolm, brother Malcolm,
Right.
he denounced that part of himself. He made sure the world knew this is who I was, and I reject that. The difference is, Candace, she has not rejected her attacks on my man. She has not. Listen. She has not rejected her attacks on the nation, her attacks on Farrakhan, and her attacks on Black people as a whole. She has not said, "Hey, she seeks forgiveness for it, that she was wrong in it." No, she'll jump right back. This the topic right now, but when she got a second, she's right back on that. And especially if you hear what she had to say about Sonia Massey, come on.
And that's why you supposed to push them out there, like if they act like they want to swim, you know what I'm saying, then you know what I'm saying. So I'm not without giving up the game, but you know what I'm.
No doubt, exactly. Man, I'm so happy that you up here representing the way that you representing, man. And one thing that you said that really hit me was you had mentioned about how long, Malcolm was with the nation, how long you've been with the nation. And I think that's something I said, oh, shoot, like, come on now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, that goes for both of us. Like we've been got by God's grace, we've been actually on our posts, longer than the heroes that inspired us.
Absolutely, brother. Wow. And you know what? Until when it didn't hit me, I didn't even think about that until you said that, bro. And that's why I tune in.
Man. Well, like I said, it takes men to sharpen men, and if I never told you I love you, I respect you, you know what I'm saying, and I appreciate the energy and the spirit and the wisdom because I could hear it in your voice. I know we don't know each other, but I can hear your wisdom, so I respect you and love you for that, bro.
Man, I love you, and of course, man, I love the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, man. I love that man, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, brother. Peace, man.
All right, peace, God. All right, peace. Cool lady.
Yo.
So you say you don't think he's gonna make it to court, or you think he is, but he's not gonna necessarily testify. What you think gonna happen? We don't know.
I think he's gonna make it to his first court date, and I think that he's gonna fight for himself to be not guilty, basically. Now on the second time around, I don't know, but what I can say is, for all he's done and said by taunting, I'm gonna just put it like this: I ain't never known them not to delete nobody after all of that.
Hey, there you go. If we're going by history,
I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it may not be now. It may not be in jail. It could be anytime. You know what I'm saying? I think if he that afraid, if you're in a position like that and you feel like they pretty much got you, I'll just tell on all of them that did me that way. That's me. I'm not him, but that would be what I would do. If I feel you gonna do that to me, I'm just gonna tell everything.
Well, he allegedly is on a hunger strike, or is fasting, or refusing to eat because he must be aware of what can be slipped in his food and drink.
Yeah, but he can't go on forever not eating. He gotta eat something.
Yeah, that's true. So you in their clutches now. You in their captivity now. So you at the mercy.
But I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't feel bad because of the things I heard he done.
Well, that's
And it,
gossip. So
I
you
know,
can't say what you
but
heard.
I
So we're
feel
not
like,
entertaining that.
but I feel like I know it's gossip, but I also got something called intuition and energy, and I can feel things. I ain't gonna say what I feel about it because it's pretty much feelings and
Right.
opinion, right?
So can I ask you this? You know, we got history. We go back some years talking real talk.
Mm-hmm.
Is Diddy more, of a monster than our black women that deletes 500,000, 500,000 of their innocent unborn babies in their own womb every year in America? 500,000, 500,000 per year, 27 million so far. Is Diddy more of a monster than our own women?
Yep.
Why? How is that?
The reason I say that is because he willingly and knowingly what he's doing.
So
I
let's
know what you finna say, cause women
let's
is
take it
too.
one step at a time. Our women that go to Planned Parenthood and have done 27 million. It's only 50 million of us black people in America. So over half of our population was deleted by adult, you know what I'm saying, or young adult black women, and they didn't know what they was doing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's a question. You saying they didn't know what they was doing, but Diddy did? I mean, Sean
I'm
Combs
saying
did?
even with the women, they know what they was doing too. But what I'm saying is he did
Who's the
his for
monster?
fame, fortune, and all of that. He did it for the devil. He sold his soul. Let's just be honest.
Okay,
The women who
okay, focus on the 27 million innocent, helpless, not adults that can choose whether they wanted to go to the Planned Parenthood. You know what I'm saying? Whoever did whatever they did with Diddy or with Sean Combs, they came to his spot. They came to his party, right?
yeah, but they don't give him the reason to
Okay, we
drill
know that.
people up.
We know that. So now let's go to the women that's deleting. So how is he more of a monster than the ones that take them and their body and their unborn child to Dr. Kevorkian to get them deleted?
Well, I still say that he is worse because he
I'm
actually
listening.
do, huh?
No, I'm listening. You say he's
He
worse because what?
he's actually doing rituals. He's actually doing things that he's indulging in with satanic things that he's with. But the women who's having abortions, it's not necessarily that they are with some ritualistic or satanic worship or nothing like that. Some of them are young, unknowingly just doing what they do, and some is old
They
as me.
unknowingly.
And yeah, I'm saying when they're young, like let's say 16, 17,
We're not
something
talking
like
about
that. I
16,
ain't talking about a
17.
full grown woman. I'm
We're not
talking
talking about
young.
16, 17. We're talking about the majority age number, over 18. 18
Yeah,
and
over
older.
18, they know what they doing or whatever like that.
Okay, so we talking about 27 million already. We're not talking about, I don't know how
Okay,
many
and
people
Diddy did a whole lot of dirt in the whole 30 years he been there. He done ruined careers, he done took lives allegedly, and a whole lot of other stuff.
we're not
So to
talking about
me,
alleged. With the abortion, we're not talking about allegedly. We're talking about facts, right?
but with his, it could be facts too.
Why
People
can't you
don't
key in
want to
on,
accept what Diddy did. I don't care
why
how rich
can't
he
you
is. That don't
key
make
in
him no. That don't make
why
him no
can't
angel or no saint.
why can't you key in and let's focus on the 27 million deletions? Let's focus on that now.
That's okay. 27 million deletions by different women, not the same woman.
That's even more terrible. That means that's a common mentality among our women.
Yeah, but who gave it to him?
You tell me, who gave it to him?
Margaret Sanger and everybody else that built Planned Parenthood and told them.
Then who gave Diddy his mentality?
You know who gave him. Whoever put him in position. I'm gonna say who put him in position.
Why is he guilty? Why is he guilty and y'all not?
Well, ain't no y'all. I ain't had no abortions.
You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Don't you know?
You know I'm gonna correct that though. I ain't had no abortions. But
you know what I mean when I say y'all.
But I'm gonna just say it like this: ain't no one evil greater than the other is all evil, especially if
Oh,
you take.
what? So if I steal a piece of candy out of Walmart, that's the same as if I molest and delete your daughter? Because
No,
ain't no sins equal.
that's a lesser crime.
Then that's a sin, all right? So don't sit here
Yeah,
and say
it's a
that all
sin, but
sins.
it's a lesser sin. You got
Well, then
great
you just
sins
said
and lesser
all
sins.
sins is the same.
You say what now?
You just said all sins was equal.
No, all sins ain't equal. Some are equal, like murder.
Okay, then don't say that.
Yeah.
So which one is more evil? Deleting innocent, helpless, precious, unborn children in your own womb, or violating adults that choose to come party with you?
Both.
So now they both equal now all of a sudden, right?
But I'm gonna still pick Diddy. I'm just gonna say what I
know,
say.
because you're not just. You're unjust. Because
I
you're
ain't
blind.
not just.
You're
I'm
blind
just
to.
not
You're
gonna.
blind
I'm
to
not gonna
women's.
agree with. I'm not gonna
You're
agree with
blind to women's
everything a
crime.
person says.
You're blind
I'm
to
not
women's
unjust.
crime.
I just look at things like for what people do.
You're
You look
blind to
over the.
women's crime.
You look at what he did to
Do you
Cassie.
hear me?
Huh?
Yeah, you don't even hear me, right? Because that's what I'm saying. You're not only blind to it, you're deaf to it. You start blocking it out.
No, this phone kind of low. That's why I keep saying huh and stuff like that.
What it is. Righteous.
See how close I'm steady putting it.
Hey, I ain't got nothing to do with that. I'm just telling you.
Well, I'm gonna say what I gotta say. I don't really care for Diddy because of the stuff he did. I believe he did some things, and I'm not gonna say what he in court for because I don't know nothing about that. But for the little things I've heard and the people I heard speaking on him that actually do know him, he's a demon. Simple and plain. I
And the
don't care how much
27
money he
million
got.
and the mothers, the black mothers of the 27 million deleted innocent children, they're not demons.
Yeah, they demons too.
Yeah, they're demons too, or they're the greatest demons, and
I ain't gonna say they're the greatest
Diddy
demons.
is a demon too.
I'm not gonna say
Diddy
they're the
can't be a
greatest
demon
demons.
too?
I'm not gonna say they're the greatest demons.
Why? Let me finish my sentence. Why can't Diddy be the demon too? Why can't those 27 million be the worst demons and Diddy be a demon too? Peace. Just hold on, since I'm trying to get somebody else on here. So this should be disturbing enough, right? This is disturbing enough. But since we talking, since we going here, because this is what I do it for, because we love to throw stones and claim to be Christians. I'm not saying my sister, because we got a history. But those that claim to be Christians and say only God can judge me, but we judging judging the hell out of Sean Diddy Combs, right? And the Bible say, let he or she that's without the same sin or greater cast the first stone. So that's why I even bring up this abortion stats and receipts, because the crime that's supposed to be so horrendous is against women. But then when you start pulling up the receipts of women's crimes against children and against men, but in this case, it's against children. So even if somebody was on some pedo business, that's terrible, right? Is this not worse than pedo? Let me know if I'm tripping. Ghost Rider 74. Your mic is muted. You gotta unmute your mic.
Cam, can you?
Yeah, I hear you.
Bro, good seeing you, good speaking with you, man. Peace, man.
Peace. What's your thoughts on this on this subject, Ghost?
Okay, so are we talking about Diddy? We talking about Diddy?
Whichever part that you wanted to talk on. I don't know how much you heard, because we was talking about the difference between Diddy's monsterism and our own women that's aborting 27 million of us so far. Which one is the greatest monster, since we're talking about monsters?
I'm a dodge that a little bit. I was trying to do it in the chat. I was trying to ask you, have you seen Running with the Devil on Netflix?
Nah, what it's about?
It's about old boy that was behind the uh the anti virus software, McAfee software. McAfee.
Oh yeah, the white man that was partying, like he was like a little party animal.
Yeah, yeah. Um I want to suggest you check that out.
Mm,
And I want you to kind of like let that sit with you a little bit, and then the Diddy thing will kind of settle in for you when you look at it from a black man perspective. Like they play different, but we play different too.
mm.
And I think I think this is gonna have a little bit of different outcome from the Epstein situation.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it. What's the name of the Netflix thing again?
It's called Running with the Devil.
Running with the Devil on Netflix. Yeah, I'm gonna write that down and check it out.
And it kind of ties into what I think you had questions about with Epstein too, because they don't know if dude alive or dead either. They don't know
Right.
where he is.
Yeah, absolutely. So we already know what that is.
Yep.
You got any business? Excuse me, any business in online business or something that you got that we can support that you want to shout out?
No, I'm good. My wife made sure to ask you
Mm.
discount good on the silver because she getting ready to re-up on that for
Oh
us.
yeah, I forgot all about that. I am running the sale. Let me post that. I'm glad you reminded me that. Hold on one second. Yeah, for those that's watching right there, um, I got I'm running a sale. Just started today. First day of summer or whatever. Autumn said. I mean, last days of summer. First day of autumn. Regular price in the stores like $30, $35 right now. WestCoastCam.com, $17.50 each. So get them while they last. It's like a limited inventory. So stock up while you can. And if y'all get it through this, just let me know. I'll try to add a little something to it or whatever.
Yeah, we jumping on that. That's
Right.
what she wanted me to get out. So
Right. Man, I
yeah, we
appreciate it.
good on that there.
So whenever y'all got some business though that you want me to shout
All
out,
right, for
man,
sure.
just let me know.
I look. I try to stay on the low, but I have to reach out when it's necessary too. So I just appreciate you, man. Holla at a bro.
Man, all good, all love, bro. I'm here for you, man. We all we got, but we all we need.
Most definitely, man. Peace. Take
All
care,
right,
man.
peace. You too, bro. Peace. I'm trying to see what I just had posted up. We Bright Light. Are you ever gonna get on here with me, Bright Light? Because we show, our sisters show get spiritual and vague when it comes to their own crimes and sins and dirt, but we know how to get specifically on code and get verbal in public when it comes to judging black males. R. Kelly, Michael Jackson, Diddy, whoever, saying Bill Cosby. Like, if we don't leave that up to God, we get out there with our mouth and say how bad and how terrible he is. So that's why I get out here with my mouth and remind us, even though I don't want to, this is not the spirit of the faith that I believe in. But whenever, like Jesus, whenever I hear a frenzy of people, especially people that I know is guilty of far more monstrous, cold-hearted crimes than the people that they pointing at, that they accusing, I gotta speak on it. Those is the most heartbreaking, the most genocidal receipts and stats that you're gonna find almost anywhere. And we doing it to ourselves. Not we, because I'm not a woman. That's something only a woman can do. You can't say somebody forced me. You can't say somebody tricked me. You can't say somebody made me. You chose. Your body, your choice is the very slogan that you're going by. Your body, your choice, not somebody else's pressure, not somebody else deceived me, not somebody else forced me. Your choice. You chose, and you're rallying for the right and the power to delete God's precious human souls that he blessed you with, that he entrusted you with. And Diddy is the monster. R. Kelly is the monster. Bill Cosby is the monster. Okay. Just trust and believe. As thou judge, so is ye being judged. And it's witnesses like myself that ain't scared to call it out. I'm not scared to call it out. I got the same crimes, but I'm reformed. So I actually got a right to call it out because I did the necessary atonement for mine. The confession, atonement, repent, restitution. I did that for mine. And I'm still doing it. This is a form of doing it. So ain't no denial and no, sidestepping and no deflection and delusion here with me. That's why you don't see no sisters hopping on here with me other than Cool Lady Cool. That's my homegirl, you know what I'm saying, for years now. So, and we disagree on stuff, but she, she's different. Yeah. But here's the link. Once again, 56 minutes. I'm gonna get off of here early. I'm gonna get off of here in 4 minutes and an hour because I'll be going too long. StreamYard.com, Digital Soapbox Network. Let's compare monsters. I might come back, and let this just go off and just come back with just a straight subject. Let's compare monsters. Let's compare monsters. Which monsterism is the worst? Diddy or pushing peas? Is the pushing peas worse than what Diddy is guilty of or alleged guilty of? We don't want to put them scales up. We don't want to put that triple beam up, huh? Yeah, I know. Yeah, we just talked about that, Daryl. I gave up my condolences and prayers, when I first came on here. Yeah. Look at this. Bright light say comparing monsters for what purpose? So now it's all why you want to compare? Why are we pointing fingers? Why we want to blame? So when it's time to point out y'all's dirt, then this is the response. Why we got to point out fingers? Why we got to blame game? Why we got to compare? For what purpose? For the purpose to shut y'all mouth. For the purpose to shut y'all mouth. And to shut y'all fingers, shut y'all keyboards. For that purpose. So anytime I see it and hear it, I'm gonna hit you with that. And your God can't shut me up. I don't believe in your God. You know what I'm saying? The God that I believe in is what got me shutting you up. That got me reminding you of your monsterism. Yeah. How about that? But you're gonna say, well, that's not me. I ain't never had one. That ain't. Yeah, all right. Well, then don't speak for your sisterhood. Don't speak for black women then, because I'm speaking to the 27 million that just deleted my little brothers and sisters. So don't act like you speak for them if you don't. Because you know what I'm saying, if we gonna judge, jury, and delete the males, we're gonna judge, jury, and delete the females for their crimes. Yep. Y'all want equality, right? Y'all talking about y'all equal, right? You're clearly very hurt. Well, if you believe in God, God is even more hurt. He's so hurt, according to Genesis, that it grieved him at his heart, and he repented that he ever made man on the earth. So what did he do? He was so hurt. What did he do? In Noah, the people of Noah, right? And the Bible also says, God speaking, I have for a long time held my peace I held my peace and was patient and refrained myself. But now I will cry out like a woman in travail, like a woman in labor. I'm going to cry out. I'm not going to be quiet and hold my peace and refrain myself no more. I'm going to cry out like y'all women be doing. Instead, I'm not just going to cry out. I'm going to destroy and devour at once. That's how clearly hurt he is. So I don't mind being clearly hurt with him. You know what I'm saying? I'm a son of God. I'm in his image and after his likeness. So what clearly hurts him clearly hurts me. And I respond like he do to the best of my ability. Yep. Who hurt you? You did. Y'all did. Yep. Who hurt them 27 million innocent black babies? Y'all did. That's who hurt. That's why it's called the campaign trail. You seen the title? You see the thing in the corner? Campaign trail. Not the camp pleasure trail. I don't know where you thought you tuned into. This is about the pain. This is about the hell that we go through, especially as black men, descendants of slaves. Yeah, I don't know where you thought you tuned into. Bless your heart. All right. Yeah. So I ultimately God is to blame, right? But we're not mature enough. We're not responsible enough to blame God, to even question God in the right spirit. So we get in our little fairy tale, delusional, religious, righteous, self-righteous, whatever that we be on, and we start blaming men. So the men have for a long time held their peace and refrained themselves. You didn't ever hear us talking like this until Kevin Samuels, until the pandemic 2 or 3 years ago. And Kevin Samuels, that's the first time you start hearing dudes finally crying out and devouring with their tongue with this double-edged sword. It's the end. It's the end. So on that note, man, I'm gonna tap out early like I'm supposed to, and I come on with I might hop right back on with a different subject, but I don't want to draw this out long. Peace, man. Blessings. Like, subscribe. Go to westcoastcam.com and get your ionic colloidal silver, because I got a sale right now that I just started, $17.50 each. Peace and blessings. I'll be back. Black.